Hello everyone, I'm Lavanya. I'm a psychiatric social worker. I'm going to talk about schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a major mental illness which affects 1% of the world's population. Many studies have suggested that when compared to women, men are more affected. The onset of the illness is generally seen in the early adulthood. Schizophrenia is characterized as the alterations in a person's thought, mood, behavior, perception. Okay. And schizophrenia, like any other mental illness, the patient with schizophrenia lack the insight about their own illness. Schizophrenia is also relapsing in nature. Let us see about the symptoms of schizophrenia. Symptoms of schizophrenia are generally characterized as positive symptom and negative symptom. So positive symptoms, it is basically seen during the acute phase of the illness. So positive symptoms include hallucinations, delusions, and disorder of thought. So what are hallucinations? Hallucinations generally affects a person's senses. Like we have seen a lot of people with schizophrenia talk about complaining about hearing of voices. This is called the auditory hallucination. Similar to this, hallucination also affects other senses like taste, smell, sight, and even touch. Delusions. What are delusions? Delusions are the strong, fixed, false belief. People with schizophrenia, they complain, they talk about they're being trapped, they're being plotted, their thoughts are being controlled, their behaviors are being controlled by others, and their other thoughts are being inserted into their mind, all these things. Even some people have grandiose delusions, they strongly believe they are very familiar, they're very popular in the society, which is actually not true. The third positive symptom is the disorder of thought. This is, in simple, is the disturbance in their thought process. That is, therefore, resulting in the deficit in their thought and speech. Okay, so the negative symptoms are generally seen in the chronic phase of the illness. So what are the negative symptoms? Negative symptoms are the deficits in a person's normal response to normal emotional response. Therefore, we have seen people with schizophrenia, they have a very flat response, very flat emotional response. They have poverty of speech. They will not be able to feel the pleasure in day-to-day activities, and they will not be able to have a healthy social relationships. All these things in turn affect a person's daily living, social relationship, their functional ability is affected, their quality of life is affected. All these result in a patient with schizophrenia being a burden to the family and as well as the society. Okay, let us come to the causes of schizophrenia. The causes of schizophrenia are generally schizophrenia is generally considered as a genetic disorder, which means schizophrenia runs in the family. The genes are being inherited to the offsprings. And one more thing is it is the chemical imbalance, that is a dopamine increase in the dopamine also results in schizophrenia. Also, it is also a cause of schizophrenia. Environmental and substance abuse like tobacco, cannabis, alcohol, these all add on to genetic factors. Let us talk about the management, the treatment of schizophrenia. When we talk about treatment and management of schizophrenia, that majorly includes pharmacological treatment and psychosocial rehabilitation. So pharmacological treatment includes using antipsychotics. These antipsychotics are generally used for treating the positive symptoms like hallucination, delusion, and disorder of thought. So there are a lot of studies which have proved that prognosis of the illness is seen very clearly when a patient comes at the early stage of the illness and they are very compliant to the treatment. Okay, the psychosocial rehabilitation. Psychosocial rehabilitation plays a very major role in any kind of mental illness. Psychotherapies like insight oriented psychotherapy, cognitive behavior therapy plays a major like they are very very important for a patient's psychotic behavior, like treatment of the psychosis. Cognitive retraining exercises are very much helpful in a to patients to improve their attention, memory, execution and planning. Okay. Apart from these, the rehabilitation is actually a structure based on a patient's needs and as well as the family's needs. So a patient is like assessed based like depending on their treat cut பண்ணுங்க. So psychosocial rehabilitation includes assessment of their ADL, that is activities of daily living, and framing their day-to-day activities, social skills training, vocational skills training, and also they can improve their hobbies, their educational training. Say for example, if a patient they have to earn money and they have to take up a job, he or she needs vocational training so that he or she can be placed in a job. Educational training has to be given to that age group, that specific age group, so that a patient does not stop his or her education. All these include proper follow-up, proper assessment, so that the patient adheres to the treatment, both pharmacological and psychosocial rehabilitation. Family plays a very major role in the treatment process, and as they are the first caregivers of the patients. So family needs to be educated about the illness, causes, treatment and the management. Okay. As mental health professionals, we also need to address the stigma which is attached to each and every mental illness, like any other physical illnesses also. So any patient, like a patient, if she or the patient and the family, if they have stigma, they tend to stop the treatment, they don't come to the hospital. So like which results in relapse and their functional ability. In this case, like we as professionals, we need to address some stigma to the family. We need to teach them about the treatment process, the relapsing nature of the illness, everything, so that the outcome is very good and they are able to function like near normal functional ability. Thank you so much.